So Champs is going to be here in 8 days. Specifically, it's going to come out next week. The game is set to come out tomorrow, and you got to be basically Div 6. So if you see at the bottom left, it basically says Div 6, and you need to have Champions qualification points, and then you're going to have to go through the qualifiers. It's the whole process. And this is the team I'm going in with. It's actually quite a good team. I picked up her or Georges. She's like about 200k. Absolutely insane center back. Obviously, we had Rudiger, Courtois, Mendy, Carvajal, Camavinga, Jude Bellingham. This guy cost me like half my club net worth. Rashford we packed, Pulisic we packed, Pepe is an SBC. And then we have some super subs, Ramirez, who's like an insane card for like 14k coins. And then Osimhen loan. You get my point. Like, basically, Champs is out, team is prepared, and it's going to be a blast because this year, FIFA has been actually quite fun. The game has improved in a lot of areas. Like cheap shots, like cheap meta strategies aren't really a thing. Although, by the way, low driven shots are still overpowered. I don't know what they did, but at certain distances, it's almost impossible to basically defend against low driven shots. So do not let your players get within the box. I mean, do not let the enemy strikers get within the box, which you shouldn't be doing anyway. But they use a low driven shot, then it's guaranteed to go in. Oh no, bro! This is one of the problems. As you can literally see, this is one of the reasons why I've been losing games next. And I'm gonna take an L here. I literally can't control it. I can't control it. This is one of the problems with playing on PC, bro. Straight up, just can't control it. So now I'm gonna have to quit the game. I literally can't even quit, to be honest. I'm gonna have to quit the game and reconnect my, basically reconnect the whole thing. But anyways, I'm gonna do that. Why can't I even pause? What the hell's going on? But anyways, while I lose this game, let's talk about EAFC this year. Let's talk about Champs and like what to look forward to. So obviously, as most of you guys know, Champs got nerfed, right? Champs got nerfed. More importantly, Champs rewards got nerfed. Rivals rewards got nerfed. The rewards aren't what they used to be, and that's gonna change. If we I don't know if we can take a sneak peek into the rewards. Where is it? Preview rewards. So they have a lot more ranks now. And I think last year, so if you have 1 point, I think you get a point for winning. Sorry, a point for losing. No, sorry. Does it say exactly how you can get it? Basically, if we, so the most points you can get is 15, and I believe there's 15 games. So I think I am right. You get a point for winning, no point for losing or drawing. So essentially, and I don't know if draws actually count as a loss. So draws will just end up in penalties if we look at previous FIFAs, for example. So effectively, for most players, I think on average, most players are probably going to get around like a third of the games they win, and then the remainder they're going to lose. So they're probably going to net around like rank 5. Maybe rank 6. Also, the badges are kind of weird this year. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm so confused. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is this like some elite division? Okay, so elite division. So most people are probably gonna get champions. And this is probably the most average. So 10, 83 plus. 385 plus, 81 2 plus 2 team of the weeks, and then max 87 cornerstone guaranteed pack. And then if we go into the elite rewards, that's when it starts getting a little bit better. Actually no, it's quite similar, to be honest. 385 plus versus 385 plus. It's almost the same, to be honest. This is a 1-win difference. When does it start getting like seriously better? Cornerstone guaranteed pack. So I guess this one doesn't have that 87 limit, that max 87 limit. So this one is essentially, so at 12 wins, the reward starts getting exponentially better. But the rewards themselves have been nerfed because in previous FIFAs, especially if we look at like 5 or 6 years ago, I don't know if you guys remember, we used to get those monthly rewards with guaranteed red cards. I don't know if that's considered cornerstone now. But anyways, I think the reason they're doing this is primarily because they don't want players with like crazy 50, 20 million teams like 2-3 months in and the power curve completely shifts and everyone gets shat on. Because one of the biggest problems with previous FIFAs and previous, well, not even just previous, the last one specifically, 99 pace became the norm literally like 2-3 months in. And if your players don't have 99 pace, that shit was, your players are just straight up ass. Right now, obviously, the game isn't even fully out yet, but if you look, most of my players, none of them actually have 90 pace. I don't think I have a single player in my team who has 90 pace. Everybody caps out at around 89. Simhin is probably the only one on the bench who has 92 pace. But even with the Hunter on some of these guys, like this guy with the Hunter, he doesn't get, like, he goes from 88 acceleration to, like, 94, and then 89 acceleration to 95. No longer is the case, like, 99 is all around. And also this year, I genuinely think, like, the pace itself has been nerfed too. Pace is still OP. Pace is always going to be OP. I don't think there will ever be a FIFA where pace is not going to be the most important stat. But this year specifically, I've noticed that slower players, Dani Carvajal, for some reason, he actually catches up to players. And I think it's actually because they give more emphasis on some of the other stats. I think they give more emphasis on aggression, right? Dani Carvajal is relentless. This guy has 85 aggression. You guys can't see it because of my big-ass head. But let me just quickly hide my head. 85 aggression, so he's relentless. He's running at you with this, like, beast mentality. Then with his pace caps out around 86 with the chem style, the shadow chem style. But he has decent composure. He has decent balance. He has decent agility. This guy is able to catch up with players consistently, block players, block passing lanes. He's able to defend. He's able to attack. He's able to, like, make those runs with 80 pace. This is something that we've never seen in FIFA before. Then Ferland Mendy got a massive nerf, but he's just as good as, if not better than before, to be honest, with these changes. The dude's fast, the dude is strong, and he has good aggression. And he has certain stats that are key for a left back. That's why he is a very solid left back in the game. Then other players like Francesco Totti, I'm not gonna lie, I made a review on Totti. Totti isn't that good. Like he's average. He's an average player. He's a very nice, good icon. Like obviously he has the rapport. He has the name, the brand. When you come up against him, you're coming up against like him. He's him. But Totti isn't like crazy overpowered. Like an icon in this game this early on in previous FIFAs used to be insanely overpowered. Totti is actually within the power curve. In fact, there are probably better camps than him. I play him because of the chemistry style, like the chemistry bonus. And plus, I just genuinely liked watching him as a player in Roma back in the day. He was just a good player to play with. Pepe is probably a better striker than Totti. I'll be real with you. And Pepe has a 3-star weak foot. Well, Totti has like a 5-star weak foot. And Rashford, who's an 80 rated player, is genuinely really, really usable in this game. 80 rated cards are usable. And again, we don't know how long this will last. We don't know when this gets power crept. But right now, Pulisic and Rashford are bosses. They're bosses. They'll absolutely dominate. Camavinga's a freaking GOAT, bro. 83 rated, almost 80s all around, other than shooting, and then defending is just too off. But like with the shadow, this guy is absolutely a GOAT. His playstyle, his role, his like this whole like defensive holding plus, box to box plus, playmaker plus, all these things start to reflect in the game, and players start doing cool shit. The AI is dumber this year, and it's better. The fact that AI is now stupider and players actually control the players is better because it shows you real skill. It doesn't show you that morons that just just go AFK and let the AI do its thing, and when they get the ball back, then they start like playing. It's not like that anymore. You're fully active. You're fully active. You're fully improving every single play you're making. Every single goal you're scoring is a translation of things you did in the game, and that is not replaceable. And that is why fundamentally I think this year FIFA is better than previous years completely. So I'm genuinely super hyped and excited for Champions League. I keep saying Champions League. I mean Weekend League, bro. I mean Weekend League. I'm genuinely excited for Weekend League. Because I get to play. Look at how much of the club is Real Madrid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More than 55% of my club is a Real Madrid. And then Pulisic, an American GOAT. This guy I love. Rashford, one of the biggest like philanthropists in football. This guy is like literally saving kids' lives. The GOAT. Then Pepe. Honestly, I never watched Pepe, so I don't really give a fuck. Totti, AS Roma legend. Somebody I genuinely looked up to. Club loyalty. Rudiger, absolutely boss defender. Osimhen, amazing player in real life. And not only that, female defenders are actually usable. I can't believe like I'm playing with a 5'8" center back. But she is genuinely good. She is genuinely good. She's 220k. There's a reason why she might have dropped in price, by the way. I might have prematurely bought her a little bit expensive. Never mind, she went up in price. She is actually a very solid player in the game. And there are obviously things that EA need to improve on, like the fact that I literally went into a game and I had to quit because my controller stopped working. There are bugs to fix, but I am okay with bugs as long as the fundamental core gameplay is fun and engaging. And every time I start a game and actually everything's working properly, then I actually get that dopamine release I originally started playing FIFA 13 and 14 for. And we have that back. So, yes, I am excited for Weekend League. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. It's not going to eat into my mental health. I know for a fact this year, it's going to be less sweaty. The sole reason is because the rewards are nerfed. People aren't going to go fucking psychotic trying to fucking win games. There are settings in this game where you can literally disable celebrations so people can't get in your face. And the game itself is more, there's still scripting, there's still like momentum. Basically, when you get momentum, your players play better. When the enemy gets momentum, I keep saying enemy, when the opponent gets momentum, their players play better. There's obviously scripting involved, but scripting goes both ways. But what matters more is when you control your players, you control your players. And the AI is going to become dumber and dumber. And I like that. I like the AI to be there to support you, not carry you. The difference shouldn't be that you got, like, the AI is just, because previous FIFAs, if you had an Mbappe's AI was just that much better than everybody else in the game. So a player with an Mbappe would automatically be better on the field, regardless of their skills. Obviously, a lot of it depends on your actual individual skills, but I think the average FIFA player actually has skills. And I think that once you get to that average level, once you're able to consistently get into Div 6, Div 5, which I think most of us can, then the difference starts being your team. Then the difference starts being how good you are at abusing mechanics, how big of a rat you are. I don't like playing like a rat, and that works against me every single time. But like this year, good luck being a rat. Good luck. The only thing that's like ratty right now is low driven, and even that you gotta time properly and you gotta get to a certain distance. And honestly, it's not crazy hard to defend against. The last one guy that was abusing the low drivens, it was 4-3. It was a 1-goal difference game. It wasn't like a 7-1. It was a 4-3. He was abusing mechanics, and we still were very competitive in that game. I could have won if you weren't abusing it, and I could have won if I learned how to use low driven myself, because I had more shots on target. I had more shots in general. Somehow his goalkeeper had more saves because I wasn't using low drivens. I was using finesse and I was using regular shots. But it doesn't matter. The goal was 4-3 and I don't care. I will eventually learn how to use low driven shots, but it's not make or break. I will get into Div 6 despite getting disconnected, despite my controller not working half the time. And that's it, guys. I'm going to see you guys next weekend. I know for a fact my mental health will be okay. And maybe I'm coping, maybe I'm not, but I will see you there. Peace.